Okay, so those of you that are at home, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over 1.2.4, the calculations, and you should have already done that. If you have not, you need to pause this video and try to do those calculations first, and then come back on here to check your answers. Okay, so the very first one says, for each of the resistors shown, use Ohm's law to calculate the unknown quantity. Be sure to put your answer in proper engineering notation and use the correct units. So the first thing that I would have done is I would have done my triangle. So on my triangle, what goes on top? Okay, left, I, R. So that's voltage. What does I stand for? Current. Current. R stands for resistance. So if we look, this one here is we have R and we have V, right? So we're trying to find I. So I equals V divided by R. What is my voltage? 3.5. What is my resistance? 470 ohms. So in your calculator, if you'll plug that in, please, and put your answer. For the second one, it gives us the I and it gives us the V, but it doesn't give us the R. So the formula that we're going to use is what? R equals what? V divided by I, right? Okay, so it tells us the voltage is 3.5. We're going to divide that by our I, which is 15.5 unit amps. And you're going to put that in your calculator, and that will go for number 2 for R. And then for the third one, we're looking for V this time. If we're looking for V, we're going to take I times R, right? Okay. Our I is 1.4 milliamps. And our resistance is 22K amps or kiloamps. Now, what units are we wanting to put in for the first one? Milliamps should be our units. For the second one, kiloohms is our second answer. And our third answer needs to be in voltage. So please make sure you're using the right units for that. Question on 1. Number 2, for each of the circuits shown, calculate the RT. Be sure to put the answer in proper engineering notation and using the correct units. So the first one is a what type of circuit? A series, thank you very much. So we have the battery, we have a resistance, we have a resistance, we have the resistance, and then we have that. Now, this one is 820 ohms. This one is 1.2K ohms. And this one is 150 ohms.
So what was the actual answer?
I'm not going to tell you. So what are we going to do with this? We have to find resistance total, right? Well, let's look here for a series. Resisting total, it tells us to do resistance 1 plus resistance 2 plus resistance 3. So our total equals R1 plus R2 plus R3. Well, we got 820, 1.2K, and 150. Are they all three in the same units? No, we have a kiloohm, right? So I personally would change my kiloohm to ohm, right? So that's 1200 ohms. Now can I do my calculation? Yes. So go ahead and do your calculation and put your answer on your sheet. Once you do your calculation, I would like you to convert it back to kiloohms instead of ohms, please, for your answer. Kiloohms instead of ohms. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through first of all, and you're going to take all the ohms and add them together. Once you get that done, then you're going to convert it to kiloohms. That means you're going to move the decimal over. Okay, that's all you're doing. Does anybody need more time on that one? I can give you a couple more minutes if you need it. Everybody good? Okay. So the next one, is this a series or a parallel? It's a parallel.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay, we're going to the right. So if it's a parallel, it's asking us for our total resistance here. So what I want you to do with this one is, are these all three the same units? No. So what I want to do is I want to convert this one to kiloohms. So let's do that. So change that to kiloohms. Sorry, I should do it. And let's do it on kiloohms this time. Okay? So what we're going to be doing is we're doing 1 over 1 R1 plus 1 R2 plus 1 R3. So plug your numbers in and give me your answer. If you don't feel good about using it in kiloohms and you want to change them all three to ohms, you can do that also. Because at the very end, you can actually switch it over to kiloohms when you get done. There you go. If you need me to convert those to ohms for you, I can. That helps. And remember, you can write all over this paper because it's yours. No, ma'am, I don't. I'm sorry, baby. Oh, well, no, I don't. Yeah, I do. There it is. Sorry, I didn't think I had one. Once you ask me, then I'm thinking, do I have one? Okay, let's look at number 3. It says, using the law of the circuit theory, solve for RT, IT, BT, B2, B3, and be sure to put your answers in proper engineering notation and using correct units. So here's our circuit. What kind of circuit do we have here? Series. So it is asking us for RT. Remember, RT, what we're going to do is add all of them together. What would be the first thing that you would want to do? Convert this one, right? After you do that, for RT, you're just going to add the 3 together. Okay? So then the next thing it's asking you for is IT. Remember from over here, IT, you're going to have your voltage, right? Divided by your resistance. Does it tell us what the voltage is?
Yes.
It says 9 volts, doesn't it? Thank you, ma'am. All right. So go ahead and do that. You're going to do voltage by RT to find IT. And then it asks us for V1, V2, and V3. For V1, V2, V3, we're actually going to take our number that we get from IT, and then we're going to multiply that by our resistance. And then the last thing it asked you to do there was to give me the V total. To be able to do that, you're going to get your total for your V1 plus your V2 plus your V3 to give me that answer. And that is where we're going to be using our law for that one. And you'll want to make sure that whatever you get for these 3 voltages here should equal your 9 volt. That's it. Yes, no, my tag disappeared. On your table?
I had it in my box. So this was in your box?
What about it? Make sure your name is on your paper. And when you get done, if you would, please turn it in to me. If you wrote it in your ISM book, just take a picture of it when you get done and turn it in, please.
If we took a picture of this and turned it in, is that okay too? I took a picture of this and turned it in.
Yeah. Perfect. We're going to work on this next because we're going to be done after this. No, we're going to be done with that today. After we get finished doing this one little thing here, we're going to be doing this.
We are.
All right, so those of you that are at home, if you will please, just take it with you. If you would just please make sure that you have taken a picture of this and turned this in. This was the ending of that. When you come on Monday, make sure you are ready for the vocabulary quiz. And I will be giving you a series and a parallel circuit test on Tuesday, so be prepared for that. And then make sure that you've watched the breadboard and video with the audio, and make sure you understand about that on Monday. I'm probably going to be sending you a link tomorrow in our Google Meet where you're going to go and use the simulation that I downloaded for you using the breadboard this time to do these circuits that we have done on our other FET. So I will see you tomorrow during class time.